Good late morning, beginning farmer friends. I brought my stock trailer with me to the farmer's market today because we're going to get pigs. 3.5 hours, 4 hours from our house to get pigs. 41 pigs to be exact. So I am super excited about that, but we got to pack up for the farmer's market now. It was a great last day of the farmer's market. We sold a ton of stuff. We're going to pack up. We're going to hit the road. I'll probably, I don't know, maybe we'll tell you a story while we're on the road today. There is one thing that I do have to say before I leave the farmer's market. This is my buddy Jordan right here. Say what up, Jordan.
What up, Jordan?
Jordan and Crooked Gap Farm and Jordan's wife Whitney and daughter Willa, we like pivoted big time this year when everything started falling apart. We didn't know what was going to happen with the market. We kind of just pivoted to this spot right here where we did a market from what,
next year.
Second week of May.
Yeah.
See you next year, maybe. Man, we rocked this market this year. It was good.
I think it was 26 weeks.
Yeah, we did May. First Saturday of May at your place.
Oh, correct. Yeah, 25 weeks.
So 25 weeks we did at the Playhouse Market. So shout out to the Des Moines Playhouse. Thank you for pivoting with us this year. Grade A Gardens, follow them on all the stuff, Instagram. They do a great job. They're my inspiration. Let's go for a drive. The one problem with bringing your 20-foot stock trailer to the farmer's market is now I have to back out and around. Now, nobody's gonna sign me up to drive a big rig anytime soon, but going around that corner, tight quarters, in Des Moines, the pressure of it being on film, I'm gonna say it wasn't horrible. According to the stopwatch, it took 3.5 minutes. I'd say that was pretty good. We are up in kind of not far northwest Iowa, but let's call it north-ish, west-ish Iowa. Honestly, I've lived in Iowa my entire life, and this is a part of the state that I've only been to a few times. So we are traveling a bunch of roads that I've never traveled before, and I didn't realize that it was as hilly as it was over here. There's not a lot of trees, but there's a lot of hills, a lot of straight roads and hills and big fields. So we're going to get Hereford pigs though. That's why it's worth the drive to get some good Hereford pigs here in Iowa. I'm always on the lookout for those. Oh, and when I say hills, I mean Iowa hills, not like Appalachian hills or Rocky Mountain hills. I mean like hills, just like the word says. I didn't video anything because I just met this guy for the first time and I didn't want to be the weird YouTuber guy. We got 41 pigs. I'll tell you a little bit about them here. Whoa, when? Those are the pigs. Here's the deal with these pigs. They are pretty much basically Hereford, but 5 pigs back, or 5 generations back, I guess I should say, he had a cross with a farmer's hybrid pig. Now that is a breed. If you have been into pigs for a long time or outdoor raised pigs for a long time, then maybe you've heard of. But these days, you don't hear about it anymore. In fact, I don't even know if farmer's hybrid pigs are around still. It's pretty cool. I was happy to get these pigs, even though it, according to the GPS, is 217 miles back to the farm. I feel like we're going to be on the road for a while. We're going to talk about the farmer's market. I said we'd do a story today. Let's talk about the farmer's market. I've talked a little bit about our farmer's market this year in a previous episode, video, whatever you want to call it, but it was a good market. This was a market, as I said then, and I'll say it again now, that was born out of necessity. From the second week of May until the last Saturday of October, which is today, we were there every single Saturday. We also are doing one more market, November 21st, kind of a Thanksgiving, pre-Thanksgiving market. It has been a great market, and the thing about this market for us is that not only have sales been pretty good for us, but the people really like it. They, in fact, asked us if we were gonna do it again next year. I just have to share this real quick here. We just drove 217 miles from our farm, but we've been on this road for about 45 miles right now, and I don't think there has been a time more than a half mile where you couldn't see a hog barn. And so it kind of blows my mind that we just drove 217 miles to get 41 hogs, and we're driving past all these barns. Iowa is a state where there are more pigs than people, and driving around up here in northern Iowa and north central Iowa, you can absolutely see that that is true. You can also smell it. That was just a little aside that I had to share. don't know what's going to happen next year. We don't know if the downtown Des Moines Farmers Market, our main farmers market, if that's going to be back like normal. We don't know what's going to happen by May. May is not really that far away, considering all that's going on in the world right now and all that would have to change by May to make a traditional market happen. So, you know, maybe we end up back at this market because we don't have another option to do a traditional walk-up market. We can get away with it at a market that only has 6 vendors compared to the downtown Des Moines Farmers Market that has, you know, 150 to 200 vendors and draws anywhere between 20 and 30,000 people in a weekend. We're stopping to stretch the legs. We'll go look at the pigs. You probably won't be able to see them. They all seem to be happy. The question isn't only will we do the market if there are problems, if the world's still a little crazy and things like that. The question is, do we do the market at this location even if the other market opens up and is normal? We've got a lot to think about this winter because it would be a big step to kind of, I don't know if I want to call it starting our own market, but kind of team marketing with some other farms and other vendors to kind of build a place where people can come shop for a variety of things. I don't want to call it a farmer's market necessarily because that's not exactly how we used it this year. I don't know what we would call it, but it would be a great partnership at least. There's a lot to think about. It is now 9:30 p.m. I just got everything put away. The day started at 5:30 a.m. here at the farm. Traveled 217 miles northwest with a stop at a farmer's market in the morning. Picked up pigs and then traveled 217 miles back. That was a long day. It was a good day though, because not only did we have a great farmer's market, but we got some great pigs and we have a lot to think about moving forward. I just talked about all the ideas and options we have moving forward, and I can tell you already it's going to be a busy and a quick winter as we kind of look at what is best for our farm. Here's 2 things that I have to think about it. First thing is this: what is the most sustainable for our family? I talk about sustainability a lot. I talk about things need to be financially sustainable, emotionally sustainable, but they also have to be sustainable for our family. So what works best for our family? What kind of Saturday morning marketing thing works best? And the second thing is this: what is best for the growth of our farm? And I don't think that those 2 things are separated. You know, at the farmers market that we did this year, or if we want to call it a farmers market, the number of people that walked by our booth was way down compared to what we'll have at the downtown Des Moines Farmers Market. But the sales were pretty good, and maybe we can diversify in other ways, and I don't know, there are so much to think about, so many angles to look at it from, so many conversations to have. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you have a thought on it, I know I didn't tell you all the details, but if you have a thought on it, go ahead and put it in the comments below. If you watched the video and enjoyed it, go ahead, give it a thumbs up, a like, a subscribe. I'm gonna go get ready for bed because I don't know if you know this, but this is like that extra hour of sleep day, so I'm gonna try to take advantage of that as best I can. If I go to bed at 10:30 tonight, that's like going to bed at 9:30. If I go to bed at 11:30, that's going to bed at 10:30. Ah, so many options, so many possibilities. Thanks so much. You guys have a great evening, day, whatever.